Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Amber, and in today's video, this is completely different than what I normally post. This was my first cruise experience. I was in the Navy and was never on a ship because my plane was too big for the ship, so my deployments were in hotels, which I'm very thankful for. So this cruise was basically a surprise birthday party for my little niece turning 8 years old. This is the entrance to go into my bedroom, which I had a studio for one person. It was still really expensive, but every time there was a Black Friday, I was able to call and say, hey, can you price match? So they were able to lower the cost for me. I think at first it was like $1,300, and then I got it down to like $900 for one person. It was a lot, but if you go in a group and share a room, there's way better prices. First night we went to an ice skating show, which was amazing. They were so good. I loved it. There are some other events that they do, like game shows. They also do a bunch of trivia games, which are really awesome. We pretty much did all of them. Never won. We got close to the Disney one because my older sister is a big Disney fan. This cruise was a 5-day cruise with 2 stops, and this was when I started to get a little anxious. There were way too many people and not enough space when it came to a full day on the ship and just traveling. As you can see, all 3 of the pools looked exactly like this one, and I wasn't about to try that, so I go upstairs and just sit there. That's what the other side of the window looks like, if you wanted to know. It was not the cleanest. My room definitely had some stains that were not from me. I definitely had to ask for different sheets because there were stains on my sheets. And this is just a little tour of the common area. This was the dining hall. You can make reservations for a specific time and table every night. Our waiters were amazing, so nice. The food was pretty good. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of buffets. I did try it 2 days and it was just pretty basic.
Let's start with person number 1. Here we go. Ooh, okay. Thank you too much.
This is one of the game shows that they do on the cruise to kind of pass the time. It was for mature audience only. It did get a little raunchy at the beginning. My mom definitely could not sit through this.
Did you choose? Well, it's not number 1.
At this point, I'm so excited to get off the ship. I'm ready to go in the ocean. I realize at this point that I am just not a cruise girly. I'm not a really big fan of just sitting around drinking and eating, and that's what a cruise is until you stop. Me and my mom had a cruise excursion of snorkeling. However, we had to cancel it because the seaweed was too bad, and I guess it causes you to have an infection. Not quite sure. So instead of crying, I went shopping and saw a lot of stuff that I thought was cute. I love handmade stuff, and it was all really cheap, but this stop did not take card, and that was kind of annoying. I feel like the cruise should have definitely told us before we got off because it was a long walk. They did not have enough little trolleys to transfer people. That was one thing my mom complained about because she has a bad knee. And there were a lot of older people walking, like what seemed maybe half a mile in the sun.
I just wanted to get off the boat and get in the ocean, lay on a beach and read a book.
So this is when my mom felt bad for me. So she took me out to this restaurant that's on the ship that you pay separately. It's not part of your free food that you pay for. It was cute. It was good. Definitely ate my feelings. I totally understand this is first world problems and not a big deal at all. But to spend that money on my first trip in 4 years, I was a bit disappointed and just really wanted to experience the ocean. Side note, this was our waiter. Such a sweet, kind man. Love him very much. For someone that is a new Christian, I definitely felt far away from God here. Bunch of alcohol and a bunch of unlimited food and gambling. It just wasn't my scene anymore. I almost felt like it was my experience in the Navy where people just wanted to get drunk at bars instead of go and see the world. That's what I wanted to do always. I'm definitely going to tell you I cried again because I walked all the way off the pier and realized that I should have had my passport. No one said anything. And you know what? I ran all the way there and all the way back just to realize that I didn't actually need it. So finally, we get into the ocean and we go snorkeling, and then we do some shopping. I totally understand why people with kids like to go on cruises because they basically can send their kid off to like a daycare where they have fun. And the cruises also do like where you hide little duckies and you can find other people's ducks. And by the end of the trip, we actually found some little mini Jesuses. So that was like a reminder that he's still with us no matter what. So going back to the snorkeling, we did not do it through the cruise because my brother-in-law's dad comes here all the time. And let's just say that was a workout. And every time a boat went by, it got super wavy and it was tiring even for someone that used to be a swimmer. So just definitely read about snorkeling and where you're snorkeling. The cruise itself offered a lot of excursions, which would have been amazing. I would have loved to see a lot of them. However, the history of the locations were all sacrificial, like ritual locations to false gods, which I am a Christian and I definitely believe and sometimes feel demonic presence. And I was not about to go to those locations, even though they were so beautiful.
Hear from you. What are you in this situation? Okay.
This was the last game show that I went to, and the guys were hilarious. The girls definitely lost. They were younger college girls that were probably embarrassed by some of the things that they were doing, but the guys were funny. The guys definitely won. My brother-in-law's father is the one in the hat on the floor. He loved the game shows. Last full day there, and I finally get up the courage to go rock climbing. Something y'all don't know about me is that I actually used to rock climb every day about 10 years ago, I think, and I really loved it. I definitely, towards the middle, had to start praying, oh, please God, let me finish it. And I ended up doing 3 different routes, like 3 different climbs, and I was so happy and so proud of myself. You can even see my back muscles. Excuse the video footage because my mom took it of me, and I guess she was maybe distracted. But I also love proving people wrong, because I could tell that all the guys that were like working there were like, this girl ain't gonna do anything. And then I was the only one that got to the top 3 times. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you can subscribe and like. Bye.